Düsseldorf, Germany. 22.3 million members. We take care of you. More than 3.6 million operations each year. We are always at your side. In the air, on the road, and on the track.
The lights go out, and we are racing at full speed.
We are with you.
The season is about to roar into life.
Wherever you are. From the beginning on. And until your dreams come true.
The grid is very interesting. We've got some big names.
Radio check, 1, 2.
2,700 motorsport events. 150,000 participants. 2 million spectators.
There is a massive crowd. A spectacular race.
Behind all of that.
Checking flag is out. Well done.
Fantastic job.
There are 4 letters.
Hello, everybody. I think this film actually showed in a very impressive way the full portfolio of what the ADAC is doing every day out there on the streets and roads, and of course also on the racetrack. I think it's really amazing to see. And motorsports actually is just a very small piece and part of every day's work of the ADAC, but of course it is the one part that everybody here in this room, I suppose, is most passionate about. And this is why we are so happy to have you all here. A warm welcome to all the media representatives, all the guests here in this room, and of course a very warm welcome to everybody who is joining us online for this press conference. My name is Maren Braun. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to be guiding you through the press conference because, it's really exciting. I'm really excited about the new regulation concept actually that we are going to present to you today. And the man who had the idea and who really created this new regulation concept together with his task force, of course, will be entering the stage in a moment. He is the Motorsport Director of the ADAC. It's a long title, and it's 2 of them, huh? Motorsport Director of the ADAC and also the CEO of the promoter company of the DTM. Warm welcome to Thomas Voss.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thomas, I think everybody is now curious to find out what it's all about. The little picture on the screen already tells it. It's about a new regulation concept, but tell us a little more.
Yes, it's a concept, as you mentioned, so don't expect a totally complete FIA standard technical regulation. It's a concept for the future. It's future focused and it should be road car relevant. It is road car relevant. It contains more than one technology in different cars, and the different cars can drive against each other. And of course, in modern times, you have to be climate protective and also sustainable. I think it's no matter today to talk about or to discuss about that. So having in mind what's happening out on the streets there, and we can do a little survey. For example, who's here today with a hybrid car? 1, 2. With a battery electric car? 1, 2, 3. Huh? You see, it's more than a combustion car. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, everybody of you should have a fuel car or a diesel car. Things are changing on the roads, and I think we have to follow it in motorsport.
So some very important goals you set here. Now, of course, we'd like to know, how do you want to make those work in a new regulation?
Yes. Yeah, we found out a system where battery electric car, combustion engine cars with e-fuel or with hydrogen, and even maybe in later times, hydrogen cars can compete to each other. As I said, you see those developments in proper road cars today. None of the super sports cars won't have electrical system included. And sorry.
I don't know. It seems that we're standing on the wrong point.
Depending on the marketing strategies of the manufacturer, you all know there are manufacturers following a hydrogen path and other manufacturers following a battery electric path. Most of them have many technologies, and a new race car category should include all of these technologies. You can have, it's a regulation, it's not a racing series. So you can compare it to TCR or GT3 or whatever there's on the market now. The manufacturer is able to choose the choice of technology for each market as it will fit on the special market.
So within this concept, everybody can bring in his own technology ideas to realize it. And how can we really imagine a race car that makes all these different technical concepts work?
Yes, you see it there. It's a race car of the car manufacturer, no single platform car. 90% of the race car should be the optics of the road car. We build a so-called driving chassis with 4 electrical motors and a standardized vehicle control unit. In the future, for the race cars, we don't want to balance the performance of the cars, but the technology of the cars. The car should have lap times and drivability of a GT3 level performance. The manufacturer is free to use the primary energy source. Can be battery electric car, can be a hydrogen combustion car, can be an e-fuel combustion car, or even later on a hydrogen fuel cell car. Development and running costs, important nowadays. Also on GT3 level. And what we want is pure racing, no energy management, no whatever it's called, efficiency contest, or what you see on nowadays of some of nowadays competitions. So people outside, the fans, we are very important for us as ADAC, should see real racing.
That's what I just was going to say. I think it's good news for the fans and for us, of course, because we all love to see exciting racing action on the track. There it says, and you also mentioned it, there's a standard VCU. So which parts exactly are, let's say, equal for everybody?
Yes, equal for everybody are 4 electric motors. Each should have a power output of about 350 kilowatts. So more than, let me think, 300 British horsepower, brake horsepower. Each has a gearbox, inverter, and as I said, a vehicle control unit. And these are common parts by the same supplier, steered by us and also controlled by us.
Okay, and then of course you already mentioned that we have different technical ways and concepts to be chosen from. And now
Yes.
my little thing here doesn't work. Now it
there
works. Here we go.
There it works.
Take us a little bit through this.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
not in detail, but
No.
just in short.
This is the part, as you see, the black box in the middle, and also this yellow box, which is the so-called energy gateway. This VCU you saw. These are the common parts, even the motors, and this small battery in the middle, the black box, should be powered by different sources. In this case, it's a combustion engine. You see, we have the same with a battery, a bigger battery, and also with the hydrogen fuel cell. But each manufacturer can choose on his own what's his preferred technology.
Very good. So actually, this is the technical heart, let's say, of the new regulation, and we thought to bring it a little bit closer to you and make it even more visual, understandable. We made a little film that we would like to show to you that explains this again, but in a motion way. I hope we can awaken lots of positive emotions in you when you see it. So let's watch the film. Now our baby has a name also, XT1.
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes, XT1 is the name of the game for the future. XT1, X for cross technology, T for GT and touring car racing, and one, of course, it would be
Top
the
class
top
of it.
class
Very
of
good.
it. And so the name or the letters and numbers came together.
Very cool. I think we all understood the heart of this concept, which means different technologies with equal chances for everybody. I think a concept that everybody would like to see on the tracks, to have an exact information about where you would like to apply this kind of regulation. I would like to ask you what kind of series, what kind of racing actually can this be used? Where do you intend
In almost any series. This is a genius in GT3 racing. You can do sprint races, you can endurance races, you can manufacture professional racing, you can also do customer racing. And this is the same goal for this XT1 regulations. There are some things to sort out and to manipulate, to make it easier to drive, to make it more powerful. Most of the things are software driven. And so you can use it for everything. And the goal would be to have as many series as possible worldwide, not only a German regulation. And I hope many promoters and many manufacturers will follow us.
So applicable to all the existing formats that we have already in GT and touring car racing.
Yes.
But is it supposed to replace the existing regulations that we have? Because all these different championships and series have regulations already.
Yes, you're right, but no, of course not. I think GT3, GT4 is very successful all over the world. Especially we're in Germany. I think we have 4 or 5, 6 racing series where you can race GT3 cars. And why should we cut the tree on which we all sit? It should be a parallel series. They can even compete on the same platform, like we have here in DTM. Why not having a GT3 DTM and having a XT1, however it's called then? I think the potential is there. There are different cars, different types of driving style, both interesting for fans, which is very important for us. But it could be the same in Super GT in Japan or wherever in the world, IMSA. I think the regulations are open for everybody, and even to be asked for a 24-hour race. If you put in the combustion engine, I think it's also possible to have to race a 24-hour race with these types of car, not with the battery electric, with a big battery in it, but with the combustion engine. It would be possible from today, because what we have also to mention is that all the technology is commercially available already. It's not rocket science which we have to develop from whatever basis it is. So everything is on the table today. We have put together everything, and I think that is the secret of the regulation.
Yeah, and this kind of regulation actually would give so much room, I think, to even develop further, do all the development work that we need for future technical concepts that we find again then on the road. So with this, racing is and stays, it always was, one of the most important development laboratories, we can say, to test everything on extreme and to find new solutions for new challenges. Okay, so all this sounds really, really interesting and cool from the technical point of view, but of course, you already mentioned the fans. There is no successful racing without fans.
I'm not the technical guy, I'm the marketing and promoter guy.
So this is your topic then.
This is my topic.
So guide us through everything you prepared also to make it exciting.
As I said already, we want to have a full power racing, no lift and coast, and no energy saving things. You have to have full power from the start, standing start, because what makes electric power so interesting is the full torque from the beginning and the acceleration of those cars. And I think we have to show this to the fans outside. And there may be some action tools also, like push to pass, which everybody knows from different racing series. But a new idea would be, for example, an air brake. If you see super sports cars nowadays, like the McLaren, like Bugatti, they have all air brakes.
I heard it was your idea to bring it in, so explain it a little bit.
What does the only idea I invented in this concept. No.
But how do we understand what is an air brake actually?
An air brake is a wing, a rear wing, which can be pulled up by a knob on the steering wheel, and which does the brakes by the air. Yes, which you see in airplanes, for example, and slow down the complete car before a corner and.
Maybe a very interesting feature.
Also found on normal road cars, yes.
Okay, very good. So let's talk again about, you said Battle of Technology, which I think is a very nice sounding headline, but as you said, it may make people think that it's just a battle of technology and not any longer a battle of drivers. But I'm sure you will tell us that it's...
The drivers are all our heroes, the heroes of the fans, and so such a car has to be challenging for the drivers. It has to be spectacular racing. So I mentioned already the power of the engines. over 1,000 brake horsepower, low downforce because you have electricity, and for the efficiency of the car itself, this combination would be very good. We want to have this power, not a rail driving like you see in one or the other series with whatever kind of aerodynamics and mechanical grip aids, and no driver aids, no ABS, no ESP or whatever it is electronically. The driver has to control the car and not the car the driver.
Very good. I'm sure the drivers will like this.
I hope so.
So, yeah, one thing that drivers always are interested also is, of course, what about lap times? What about maximum speed? Is that comparable to what we see right now in GT3 racing?
We started, this was one of the key points as we started the project. The performance of the car should be on the GT3 level. Also, the cost on the car should be on a GT3 level. Not only the cost for building the car, but also for developing such a car. It's the key door for electrified motorsport. From a manufacturer's point of view, why should I build a car on this level, on this regulation? It's a strong marketing feature, I think. You can show on the racetrack the cars that you want to sell on the market, on the roads in the future. There's a clear race to road link, which is important, I think, for GT and touring car racing. It's sustainable, it's affordable, as well as for manufacturer racing, and in former times or in future times, also for customer racing. And what's important for us all here is I think you can reach younger audiences which are already interested in motorsport. As you see numbers of young people here in DTM or in Formula One. It makes sense to digitalize some of those parts, even electronic parts, and to show them in gamification or whatever it is in the future. And the younger people are the clients of tomorrow. So, a good list of very good reasons that make this concept attractive to manufacturers. You already showed it and presented it just right now to some manufacturers here. And of course, everybody would like to know, now this is a great plan, a great concept, lots of details, we already know about it, but what are the steps from here? Yeah. Is there a timeline already? Of course there is. What is it like? I think this is a proper concept, and we are convinced that it can work. We've done already the simulations. And the goal from now would be to build up working groups together with the manufacturers. This should be done by the end of this year already. Then to build up a real proper FIA standard technical regulations from on which basis you can buy, not buy, or maybe later buy, develop a car. 27, 28 should be the years of developing cars. 29 should be the year for test runs and maybe show races. And in 2030, we hope that we have the first races, maybe all over the world, after this XT1 regulations. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? So we're at the very beginning right now. It's only 4 years and some months from here. Yeah, it's not a lot of time for so much development. No. But already planned, and yeah, I think it's really, we can all look forward, and of course you got a lot of information now. We would like to know if you have any questions to what you just learned about the new idea and the new concept. Lots of technical things. Did we make you speechless with what we said? Sleep a night over. We see you all together tomorrow morning, I think. Whatever the next date. No questions. There is one question. Do we have a microphone? Sven. Perfect. There will come a microphone with Anna.
manufacturers? Do you know already something?
Speechless, like you. Most of them, no. I think from a manufacturer point of view, from a engineer point of view, you have to overthink those things. A direct reaction. Nobody left the room directly. Nobody filled in an entry form or something like that. No, I think you have to overthink it. How it can work for your brand, for your cars. What do you have for road cars? How can be the relation between the road car and the race car? And I think, and I hope they will follow us up from next week on.
Very good. Any other question? Here we go. There is a gentleman.
When talking about motorsports, it's always about sound.
Yes.
What kind of sound do we have? The Toyota
No.
Prius
It's
style?
not we hope it's not a hairdryer. No, you saw different sort of energies. So there's also combustion engines in the cars, and they will make the noise and also the smell. But we will find also ways to bring sound to all the other types of cars. But as there are still combustion engines, also hydrogen combustion engines, they will make sound enough.
That's the answer we wanted to hear, right? Okay, yeah, see the big smiles. That's good. Any other question? Do we have questions online? Nothing. Okay, no questions? Nobody? Last chance?
3, 2, 1. Sorry.
Done. Okay, so yeah, it's just to us to say thanks for being here, for your time, for your interest. I think we are all very curious to follow how all these steps on the timeline will
We'll keep you informed.
be realized. And yeah, great to have you all here. And now we turn back our attention to a very exciting final race weekend of the DTM.
Yes.
2 very exciting races ahead of us. Enjoy them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.